Hello, and welcome to the Talk of the Coast. I'm your host, Gina Vicari, and while most of the country is either still digging out or bracing for a terrible winter storm, we're very lucky here. We get a couple of days of spring, we get a couple of days of winter, and no matter how cold it gets here, it's still a beautiful place to live. And I'm glad you're visiting or living here because this is paradise. And whether you're a year-round guest like myself or a once-a-year guest, I hope to inform you what is happening around here. And this is actually a kind of a quiet weekend. We had a very busy weekend last weekend, and I want to wrap that up with a hearty congratulations to the Sunset Coastal Grill restaurant. They won this year's 15th annual gumbo cook-off, and I'll tell you, I couldn't be more pleased. It's an excellent restaurant with great food and excellent waiters. If you don't know by now, Bill's a waiter over there. And the gumbo won this year first prize, and really proud, and couldn't believe the crowd. There was so many people in Mexico Beach. It was pretty awesome. They also had a sea art walk, which from what I understand was so windy that the artists were having a little bit of trouble, but the people walked up and down Mexico Beach. We parked and had some gumbo and then went to the different shops and restaurants and saw the different artists. It was like it was a lovely day, a little windy, but it was really a big show, and it was really cool to have all those artists, and I was munching away on gumbo. It's the one day of the year where you don't have to feel guilty about eating so much seafood or gumbo. I want to tell you what's happening this weekend, and as I said, there's really not a lot happening this weekend. It's the last weekend in February, but as you all may or may not know, this year is Port St. Joe's 100th birthday. The town is 100 years old, so we're having a major centennial celebration, and this Saturday is a historic photo event. Saturday, February 23rd, at the Gulf County Senior Citizens Building, they're going to provide you with apple pie and ice cream, and it doesn't get any more small town than apple pie and ice cream. And you bring any photos you have of Port St. Joe from any year. If you're lucky enough to have photos from the 50s or the 60s or the 70s, bring them in, have some pie. They will scan your photos and give you your photos right back. And then you can be part of the Port St. Joe Centennial Celebration. If you want more information on that, go to Port St. Joe, PSJ, centennialcelebration.com. And that's from 2 to 5. Well, thank you. 2 to 5 on Saturday the 23rd. Okay, I just got a little notice here. That is also this weekend, they're having the H-Cola African American History Festival, and you know that February is African American History Month. And between the 15th and the 17th, they did a lot of programs and accepting their past and celebrating their future. There's also details. I have a piece of paper here I need to tell you about how to get there. But you can go to hcola.org to find out all the details. But it's in Franklin Square. On Sunday, it ends, the 2-day outdoor free festival. It'll highlight both local and national African American history, food, art, and culture with a parade, live music, live entertainment, exhibits. I mean, food, come on. Arts and crafts. There's, of course, going to be inspirational speakers, music, dance, poetry, and drama. And it's going to be held in the Franklin Square, located in the North Historic District off Hill Street. That is something that you need to do. It's the 2-day festival. After church on Sunday, go on over, get something to eat. Also, what's culminating this weekend, it was the 18th through the 22nd, and I'm not sure you may be able to still get in on it, seeing as it's tomorrow, the day's over, but the Big Bend Industries, they facilitate a lodging guest service class, and I really think that's cool, because when you're starting out and you're getting your new, I mean, let's face it, this is a service place now. If you're going to have guests coming in from all over, we have to know how to serve people in the restaurants and in the shops. And they're going to give you a career training class in Port St. Joe. So if you're interested, you get in touch with them. And of course, you can go to goodwill.com, Industries, Big Bend, and find out about all that information. And that's basically what's happening this weekend. I mean, it's slow. I mean, we're getting ready now to gear up for the big things that are going to be happening. We got things starting to happen in April, and in March, leading to April, and then of course our May, June, and July is always filled. Tonight, if you were lucky, you got to go to the Panhandle Sportsman's Banquet, and from what I understand, Charlie Norton cooks up a mean steak at that, and there's been preparations all week at the Centennial Building, and that's where a lot of people are tonight on Thursday night. They're all going there. There's auctions, and it benefits all of the charities that the Lions Club that supports. It's pure profit. The Lions Club takes that money and then puts it back into the community. And you get a delicious steak dinner and a chance at gifts and things like that, auctions. You'll love it. If you couldn't get there tonight, try for next year. Now, I also want to tell you what's coming up in Crawfordville. I found this little piece of information, and I just thought it was so cute, because as more sophisticated we become, we still go back to our roots. On February 23rd, there is the Crawfordville Swine Festival. And this is their words. Crawfordville will hold the annual pig party at the Livestock Pavilion and Grounds. It starts at 10:30 in the morning. It's going to go on all day. And it's real down-home entertainment. It's what this area used to be like for many, many years, farming and raising. And it's going to be, I mean, it's so much fun. There's a parade. There's booths. There's going to be a beauty contest. Now, I'm not sure if that's for the gals or the pigs, but they are going to be judging some pigs. And they have pig scrabbles. And, of course, it's all going to culminate in a barbecue. So that's from 9 to 2 that the barbecue will be available. If you're in Crawfordville or you need something to do on the 23rd, go on up there and enjoy some delicious, I'm sure the barbecue is fresh and delicious there, and judge a beauty contest and go have a really good time up there. Now, there's really not a lot happening after this weekend, except for if you have a minute and you're involved in a business, the Gulf County Chamber of Commerce is having its 77th, my father's going to be 77th annual dinner. And that's going to be Thursday night, February 28th. And if you want information on whether you should go or how you should go or what it costs, go to the gulfcountychamber.org. But do yourself a favor and go there anyway. There is, Paula puts out a hilarious note once a week telling you what's going on. You can find out what's happening in this town, what's happening around town. And Paula is doing a fantastic job. And let me tell you, that's a thankless job. But I thank you, Paula. And we're going to be attending the dinner and covering it for you so that the following week you'll get a chance to see exactly what we're doing. In fact, she's hired Kyle McDonald. I don't know if any of you have ever heard of him. He is the red paper clip guy. That's how he's known. And he's a keynote speaker, and he goes around speaking at dinners and places, and it's very inspirational. So not only do you get to see the businesses in town and what they have to offer, and the chamber and what they have to offer, you get to hear an inspiring speech which will hopefully get you to go out and either work in the community, help the community, or shop. Really, shop in the community would be a very big benefit. And when you're shopping, don't forget about us. We're Channel 17 on Mediacom. We're Channel 8 on Fairpoint. We are called Coastal Connection TV, and we're located right on Reed Avenue, 200B Reed Avenue. And I'd like you to consider us for your advertising needs, and or if you have a community announcement. I'm going to show you a little later in the show. A couple of the Cubs/Boy Scouts came and did a tour of the studio, and they were so wonderful. And we got to teach them a little bit about broadcasting, and they got to be on the air. And if you have a civic event like that, call us here at the station. We'll do our best to get that on for you. Or if you have someone who's willing to come on and be a guest, give us a call. 850-705-10040, or stop by and say hi to Keith. He's the new owner. We're under new management, as you may know. It's Nichols Broadcasting now, and we're really doing our best to get a lot of local shows to you and a lot of local events. I'm going to take a quick commercial break, tell you what's happening in March, and then let you see the Boy Scouts. So join me in a moment.
Frank Seifert, Certified Public Accountant. It's not just tax time when you need the services of a CPA. And when you're in need of services, trust Frank Seifert. He is a graduate of the University of Alabama. He was awarded the certificate of CPA by the State of Alabama Board and the State of Florida in 2002. Frank Seifert is qualified for personal and estate planning, income taxes, corporate and individual accounting, and bookkeeping. Call him at 229-9292, FrankSeifertCPA.com. 509 4th Street, downtown Port St. Joe.
Welcome to the Fish House Restaurant in Mexico Beach. The Fish House has 2 large dining rooms, which is a perfect place to host your civic event, business get-together, or your party. But of course, the main thing is the food. For starters, try a bowl of gumbo, which won first place in the 12th and 13th annual Mexico Beach Gumbo Cook-Off. For the main course, they offer a large variety of seafood, whether it's the grouper, flounder, or the mahi-mahi. And if you're not in the mood for seafood, try an 8-ounce or 14-ounce ribeye, or the prime rib. There is always a daily dinner special. Active military gets an additional 10% off. The Fish House also serves breakfast on Saturday and Sundays. The restaurant is located at 3006 Highway 98 in Mexico Beach. Open 7 days a week. Catering is available, so call today at 648-8950. Come on Tuesday nights, where they have all-you-can-eat Alaskan crab legs with 2 sides for only $19.99. Hello. I was wondering if I could talk to you for a minute.
Sure.
So, you're enjoying the crab legs tonight?
I'm enjoying them. They're excellent.
Where are you from?
New York.
Oh, you're visiting Mexico Beach?
Absolutely. I came all the way from New York just for these crab legs.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Just kidding. I'm visiting a friend.
How do you like them?
I love them. And for $19.99, you can't beat it.
I mean, isn't that an amazing deal with 2 sides?
Absolutely. It's delicious. Everybody should come here and say Joanne sent them.
Portside Trading Company in downtown Port St. Joe has lots of great items, unique treasures, seasonal gifts, baby items including stuffed animals, books, clothes, and more. Also throughout the store, there are select pieces of antique furniture, jewelry, scarves, and lots of other accessories. 1 block off Highway 98 at 328 Reed Avenue, downtown Port St. Joe.
Welcome back. I want to tell you a few things that are coming up over the next few weeks. Something that is starting right now is that the Children's Hospital at Sacred Heart is going to offer a babysitting class, but that's going to happen March 9th on Saturday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., and it's in the Sacred Heart Hospital Conference Center. But the cool thing about this is the class is available for kids from 11 to 15, and the cost is only $30, and the participants will receive both a Sacred Hearts Hospital babysitting certificate, which means any young person from 11 to 15 can go out there and start helping out and making a living babysitting. But more importantly, you'll also get an American Heart Association's Family and Friends CPR certificate. Now that's important because, I don't care how old you are. I don't care if you're babysitting or if you're just at home with mom and dad and grandpa and Aunt Ann and somebody is ill. It doesn't hurt to have somebody there who knows how to administer CPR. And I think it's a great idea to get kids. I know I learned CPR around that age, and I took that with me very seriously for many years. So it's a small investment to make in your child, but to be able to say, hey, I can babysit or I can save a life, and that makes them more valuable, obviously, in the babysitting job market. I think you can't beat that. So if you get a chance, go onto the the Sacred Heart at the Gulf Hospital website, and you can get all the details on how to register. I know my kid's going to take that class. You can also, what else is happening? I wanted to tell you about this. This is really cool. This is called Shells and Tails. I'm going to hold up the little brochures, and I know you can't really read them, but what I have in my possession is 2 free tickets. Let me tell you about Shells and Tails. It's professional storytellers, and it's a workshop. They're not only going to tell stories, they're going to teach you how to tell stories. And it's the Gulf Coast College is the State College, which is a really great place. I've done classes over there, and I have a friend whose daughter's studying physical therapy there. It's been a real benefit to our community to get that college campus over here. And it's not just for kids. There's one night where it's for kids, and then there's one night where the stories are for adults. And I'm not saying it's going to be X-rated material, but it's going to be material that an adult can enjoy. And so there's 2 nights, and I have 2 tickets, one for the Storytelling Basics Workshop, and that's March 8th, from 4 to 6. Otherwise, it costs $20 if you are a non-student, but if you are a student, you could pay $10. And the proceeds are actually going to benefit the Coastal Community Association of South Gulf County and the Friends of the St. Joseph Peninsula State Park and the St. Joseph Bay Humane Society. Your $20 or your $10 is going to help many organizations. This is the kind of community we live in where we don't just do things for fun. We like to have fun and raise money for those of us who need it. Okay, so I have 2 free tickets, one for the storytelling one and one for March 9th from 6 to 8. And it's the wine and cheese and grown-up stories at the Gulf Franklin Center. And that's also $20, or you could get 2 tickets for $35. So let's say you wanted to go with your significant other, and here's some stories, and have a little wine and cheese. You'd pay 2 for $35. And the tickets will be raised at the door. But if you get them in advance, then you can save yourself $5. So I have 2 free tickets here. I'm going to try to give these away before March 8th. If you email me here at the station, and I'll give you my email address here at the station, and tell me why you want a ticket to the storytelling, I'm going to see the first person who tells me a good reason is going to get these, each ticket. There's 2 separate tickets, so I hope to give it to 2 people. Now, you can reach me. You see how my name is Gina Vicari over there, somewhere over there? Yeah. It's G Vicari, Gvicari, at coastaltv.com and .org. The peanut gallery helps me from the back, but he won't come sit next to me. .org. And if you want to reach us or you want to see our website, just go to coastaltv.org. And you can see our website, and we're really starting to get our stuff together, and you can email us through that website. Check us out. But the Shells and Tails, it's going to be so much fun. I can't wait to go and see it. And if you're a student, go ahead and get your discounted ticket. Take some friends with you. But if you want a ticket, you email me at the station and tell me why you want to go. Oops. Okay. That's March 8th and 9th. Now, I'm going to give you more of what's happening in March as we go along. But what I found out today is in March, on the 22nd, this is a place I've been dying to go see. St. Vincent Island is having an open house, which means it's a free-for-all. It's a day of nature-related activities. They're going to give you the hourly transportation. You ferry over to St. Vincent Island. You take that little boat over, and then they're going to give guided tours. Bring your bike. You can ride on St. Vincent Island. They're going to be there from 9 to 3. So if you want to get on the island, come there between 9 and 3. But the last shuttle, I believe, is going to be 3. And it's sponsored by the stvincentsfriends.com. So go ahead. I'm going to go to this. I've got to see. First of all, everybody in my family is Vincent. My father, my brother, my nephew. I wanted to name Lily Vincent, but they wouldn't let me. But you can bring your bike. There's shells. It's a guided tour. If you live here, I challenge you to do something in this area that you've never done. Something like that. I have never been to St. Vincent's Island, and I am dying to go visit. And I challenge you, as a person who lives here, to try to find something that you've never done and do it. Also, March 23rd in Apalachicola, the 23rd is an art walk. That's a great thing about our area. We seem to attract artists. Of course, there's so much to paint around here. The beautiful Gulf, the beautiful sunsets, the wildlife, and that's just the parties. No. But on the 23rd in Appalach, there's going to be fine art in all forms. It'll be shown around, and it'll be artists will be showing, selling, and demonstrating their talents. So it's all kinds of art. It's not just pictures on the wall. It's things that people do with their hands, and probably there's going to be quite a few crafts. And I'd like to take my crochet work down there, but from 11 to 6 p.m. you can walk around and look at the artist's work, and then there'll be a wine tasting and hors d'oeuvres, and that'll be from 3 to 5. And if you're interested in that, go to apalachicolabay.org and check out that information. I want to tell you about the young men who came and visited me in the studio and Keith this week. I was so lucky to see, there was 4 adults and, I think there was 8 or 9 kids. And they were curious and they asked questions and they were so cute. As soon as they passed the camera, they were making faces, and then you'll see when I ask them questions, how nervous they get. But they were really wonderful, and you can see this. We're going to roll that anytime you're ready, and I'll talk about it at the other side. Tell me your name, Den, and age.
My name is Fisher Van
Look at the camera, babe.
My name is Fisher Vandertulip, and
Den?
Tiger Cubs, 6 years old.
He's fascinated by his own image. You're a handsome little dude, aren't you?
Yes.
Yes. All right. Thank you very much. And your name, age, and Den. Go ahead and face the music.
Austin Taylor O'Brien. I am 7, and I am in the Tiger Cubs.
Austin Taylor O'Brien, that's your whole name? Great name. Good job. And what's your name, den, and age?
My name is Marcus Cumby Stanley. My den is 347.
Is that your troop number, 347? Yeah. But your den is actually what, a wolf? Okay, a wolf. Good job. Go this way. He likes to go his own way. And what's your name, den, and age?
Buckley,
And age?
9 years old.
And den?
Pack 347.
But you're
Wolf.
a wolf. Excellent. Good job. You can have a career in broadcasting, kid. All right. What's your name, age, and den?
My name is Chase Lamford, and I'm 8 years old and wolf.
Wolf. Golly, 8? You're almost as tall as I am. Good job. Okay, what's your name, age, and den?
My name is Jessica Colmore. I am 7, and I'm the wolf.
You're a wolf. Can you make a wolf sound?
Ooh.
Excellent. Okay, come on now. What's your name?
Ashton Scott Burkett, and I'm 7, and I am in the bear cup.
Can you make a bear sound?
I don't know.
Okay. You don't have to. And what's your name, age, and
My,
serial number?
my name is Gregory H. Cannon. I am 9 years old in the 3rd grade.
And what den are you with?
My den is pack.
That's good that it's on your sleeve.
Bears.
Okay, excellent. And what's your name, rank, and serial number?
My name is Donovan. I am 9 years old. I'm a bear. Pack 347.
Now, can you make a bear sound?
No.
No. I should be saying, will you make a bear? No. All right, young man, are you coming? All right, how about the bear leaders? Are you all different kind of leaders? You want to come on? No, she's good. I'm a bear leader. Okay. Come on, Abby. It's always the one who least wants to do it. Okay, just tell me a little bit about this particular group. Do they always, come here, do they all always meet together?
We meet in separate dens on different days at 3 o'clock after school.
Is that at the Boy Scout hut that we have? Does everyone get to meet there as long as you're a Boy Scout or a Cub Scout? Come closer.
Yes. It is on Oak Grove Street in Oak Grove. I don't know where else.
Tell me what kind of things that the kids would do if they were to join the Boy Scouts or the Cub Scouts.
The Cub Scouts earn belt loops that they have 3 requirements that they have to do for them.
Oh,
And they
so
get
this is like a badge.
Yes.
Oh, awesome.
And then they can also get pins for different things that they do. Donovan, come here. Go ahead.
And different pins. Let
They
me
get
see.
which have more requirements that they have to do. There's about 6 of them more other than the 3 belt loops that they have to do. We go on campouts. We do a lot of community service because we need to give back to the community.
Absolutely.
We are incorporating God and prayer into our den and packs.
How many den or packs are involved right now?
There's 1 pack and 4 dens. There's the tigers, the wolves, the bears, and the weeblos.
Oh, okay. The Weeblos are the littlest. Me to stop by the studio without wearing makeup. But I had a great time with those kids, and next week we'll run the whole thing. We're running out of time tonight. I just want you to be aware of a few things, that Mexico Beach is on Central Time and Port St. Joe is on Eastern Time. Think of us for your advertising needs, and next week we will not be live. We will be Memorex. Thank you and good night.